Okay, not feeling so good. It's Thursday the 3rd, so the district court said the sheriff will be throwing me out today unless I'm able to come up with $230, but they're also going to need that again on next Tuesday if I want to keep going. I also used the last of my money and I finally got a storage unit at Pip Storage. So, as long as the bank didn't let David do anything senile, as long as nobody fucked me, then we're all set because the bank unlocked the card. I brought Dave out of the hospital in his bank and then the Portsmouth hospital. He almost died right in front of his banker. But they unlocked his card and they're supposed to help him file the paperwork so I can do his banking. But David is gone in the head. David is 84 and completely fucking nuts. He causes thousands of dollars in damages in his own life and other people's lives, and then he wants me to come running and fix it. Like, for instance, for the last 3 years, he's needed a rep payee. He continues to spend his rent money and do stupid things. And then when eviction notices come, he doesn't want to do anything about it. He just looks at me. Can you fix it? David, welfare paid my rent. You spent your rent. What do you want me to do for you? Pay my rent? Figure out, can't I get welfare? Yeah, but then I gotta put it as a household, and then I lose mine. I lose out on thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of my benefits. Well, let's do that. So then I have to sign him up, and I lose out on a lot of my benefits because now I'm signing as a household. Why would we need to sign that the household has a problem and David and me needs welfare? Why? If I get hit by a car and I'm out of work for 6 weeks and I get welfare to pay my rent, and all Dave has to do is not touch his rent, and welfare pays my half of the rent because I'm out of work, okay? And I'm going back to work, let's say. And then David is senile, gone in the head, and he just goes into the bank going, "Oh, I have $500. I'm going to go on a spending spree. Oh, I have 500." And he just keeps on spending it. After he does this, wouldn't you think that the state, when everybody keeps on saying that this man can't handle his money, would stop using another disabled man and stop putting the stress on another disabled man because one is senile 84? Why are they letting a man who is a sex offender, who's gone in the head, who's hallucinating people, to run around like this? Wouldn't they get him a rep payee ship? No, they won't. They don't even have talks with him about this stuff. They ask, Dave, do you want somebody handling your money? Oh no, I like spending my own money. Okay. And then it's done. Done. This man's dying in the hospital because of the way that Rochester gave him services. That's it. He was senile, yeah. He made a lot of bad choices and it's own fault, yes. But why was David at the age of 84 doing these stupid things? Like, why would Dave call and give 4 wrong answers about himself to his own bank? Why would David call the bank because he wants something done? Like, he wants me to get him a storage unit. So he wants to unlock his card. So he calls the bank. And they ask him, okay, we just got to prove that it's you, David. And then they ask him 4 questions that he should know about himself. 4 questions. How much Social Security do you get every month? He doesn't know. He answered the question wrong. When did you open up the account? The answer is 2012. No, not it. I'm not going to give you any more either. But because I don't want you having his recovery questions, obviously, because whatever. But the key here to understand is that David can't even answer questions regarding himself. He can't handle his own money. He can't walk. And when he has diabetes, he's trying to eat full bags. Halloween, the biggest size bag that they make of Tootsie Roll. The biggest. You know, the giant, like, There's thousands of Tootsie Rolls in there. And David will sit down at the kitchen. I'll tell him to eat supper, and I'll be cooking a great healthy supper for him. And then he'll decide to just eat candy, and I have to hide the bag. And then he yells and fights that it's his property and he wants his bag of candy back. And then he has a little hissy fit. Now, he's been doing this for 3 years. Well, I should go report this then, right? I did. I reported it for about 6 years straight. In the first couple years I moved in, I said, with a little bit of help, David can live on his own. He just needs somebody like me living with him, and he needs services from the state, like repatriation, and he can be on his own. And you know what they did? They gave him nothing. They gave him nothing. When it was time to get food, they needed him to get a divorce certificate. So David had a senile, confusing moment. He couldn't figure out who to call. He didn't call any. Trying to give him numbers. Here, call this person. They can help you. I don't know. And so then what does he do? He eats my food. When the state decides to fuck with a guy who has half a brain and isn't working, and they decide, oh, David, yeah, we're going to try to ask you to do something that we know you can't do. And then when David can't do what they're asking, you know what the state and the town of Rochester does? They cut an 84-year-old who's senile and gone off of any of his benefits like food stamps. And then they have David eating up all my food in the house. What am I supposed to do? Call the police that this man is taking $300 of food from me every fucking month? See, I eat very little and I'm happy using food pantries. But I have to spend a lot of money on food just so David won't touch my food that I actually need, like my graham crackers for my stomach. I vomit every morning from the mold in my neurological disorder. So I always have to have graham crackers by the bed or in a drawer. If David is not bought food by me, he starts eating my emergency food. I will start vomiting in the morning, look for my graham cracker box, and he'll eat all 3 packages for supper. He'll just go in to grab the box that I know is for my stomach and just start mowing on them without a care in the world that I need those for a medical condition. The graham crackers are not to be eaten as a meal or as a snack or as a food. Those are next to the medicine box for a reason. But if David does not get what David wants, he starts taking it out on other people. And he says, oh, I didn't know. I didn't do that. No, I didn't make your sickness worse. All I did was I ate graham crackers. But whose graham crackers are those, David? And what are they for? I don't know. Yes, you do. And so David now is in Portsmouth. And he's really, really gone in the head. He doesn't even remember half the time his date of birth. He can't answer the questions correctly. And what worries me is yesterday I got a hold of him. And I told David, I got you a storage unit out of the last of my own money. As long as you don't do nothing, we're all set tomorrow. Your rent will be paid. All your stuff will be moved in the storage, and I'll get you the U-Haul to move it all into storage. What is David's response? Oh, so I have to call the bank? No! Do not do that, David, in your state. You'll fuck everything up. No, David. The bank told you do not call the bank until this is done. I told you do not call the bank until it's done. You're supposed to be filing so that somebody else can handle your bank because you're stuck in the hospital. Whatever you do, I just took you out of the hospital because you made mistakes over the phone and in person